Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Kellen here from Start Your Systems, and welcome back to MX vs. ATV Legends Career Mode. Haven't done many of these, but I wanted to get into our invitational stuff here today. This is honestly one of my favorite parts of the game, is these invitationals, which are basically like hare scrambles in the desert. If you don't know what a hare scramble is, it's kind of like point-to-point racing. Sometimes it can be circuit racing, but it's usually long lap time if it is circuit racing, and it's basically desert racing. I mean, it's kind of like your Baja a little bit to a degree, where it's, you have a laid out roadmap or track that you have to hit or markers that you have to stay within, and you just race for hours sometimes in the desert. Now, these races in MX vs. ATV Legends are not an hour, but it looks like I'm just got shoved back onto my 252 stroke because what else is new? And I've been doing the MX vs. ATV track maps, so I'm still James Stewart apparently. But yeah, getting back into it a little bit today, I wanted to talk about these little like hare scramble events because, like I said, they are one of my more favorite parts of the game. And I know that some people have said, well, it sucks that they don't have a little bit like, more enduro-ish maps, tighter trails and stuff like that. But I still feel like this actual aspect of it is pretty fun with like how wide open things are and how fun some of this stuff can feel. Nice little filthy stew scrub right there. And then you have these long, drawn-out areas and stuff like that. I mean, one thing that you have to understand, and I get, like, a lot of people say, like, oh, this sucks, like, there should be more enduro trails and stuff like that, and I get it. Like, I also agree that it'd be more fun to have, like, proper enduro loops and stuff like that. Whoa, that's a weird crash. Landed on my nose, I guess. But another thing you have to remember about these games, and I try to remember to remind you guys of this every single time, every time a new game comes out. Oh my gosh, how did I just land that? Oh my goodness. Is, they're making these games not for just adult players or players that have a higher skill set or what have you, though it'd be nice if they catered to those guys maybe a little bit more. They're trying to make them fun for kids. They're trying to make them fun so that everybody can pick up and play this, even if you've never played a dirt bike game in your life, and you pick it up and you're like, how does this game work? Like, what am I supposed to do? Well, this is what you're supposed to do. This is how this game works. Like, it's pretty simple to get the hang of. It's can be challenging to get really, really, really good at, but it's still not that difficult. And yeah, it's meant for younger people, in my opinion. So honestly, whenever I have my younger cousins come over or something like that, and eventually whenever my daughter starts playing video games, this is one of those games that I will probably cater them to a little bit more, just because it is easier to get the hang of, and it's as simple as picking it up and going a direction and hitting big jumps and running into stuff and whatever, because sometimes video games can be that simple. It looks like this is a little closed circuit. I like that little ending bit right there, the little like twisty bit coming down the hill. That's pretty unique, pretty fun. Like it. Would like to see more of it, I think. Seems like everybody took my route here to the right side on the first lap. That being said, that it is a kid's game or what have you, I do think that if they're going to make it as easy as it is to go fast in this game at least, they needed to make the AI a lot better in this game, and that's something that I'm hoping they're still working towards. I know patch 1.10 is supposed to be coming out soon. The MX vs. ATV guys on Twitter and Instagram have been trying to keep you guys up to date with more stuff that's coming out with the game and more, content that's being added to the game. They're going to have some bike graphics and some gear stuff soon, I believe. Don't quote me on that because I know that their development cycle may not exactly fit to having that stuff in, but if it does, you heard it from me first, I guess. But anyway, whoa, that was a scrub and a half. So we're going to see more stuff. We're going to see some better improvements to the game coming, and hopefully it continues to get better and better. But I do have to say, and I wholeheartedly believe, this game has gotten a lot better than it was on launch day. It's still missing a lot of things, but it's a lot better than it was on launch day. I've seen a lot of people have a lot more fun with it, posted more fun videos of things to do in this game as well. It's exciting to see it. I've also seen like the kind of competitive scene of it get a little bit better as well, like more people trying to host some tournaments. However, another thing that I have heard of, and I do have to share some news, is that it does sound like trying to actually run really well-organized races is almost impossible right now because of their current playlist system. I believe it was the MX Online Tournaments guys. No, excuse me, the Ioma. No, was it the Ioma guys? Somebody hit me up and told me about it. Apologies that I'm forgetting who it was, but one of the guys that runs those MX vs. ATV tournaments was having some troubles with the lobbies, and it sounds like they still haven't perfected that. So that's another thing that we're hoping gets better. I want to see more, tournaments being had in this game where more people are able to have a little racing scene, even if you're not into MX Sim or MX Bikes, which of course are like the, I guess, high-level competitive scene stuff. But the console guys still need to have their games, right? So I'd like to see a little bit more of that be available. And I do wish that the Rainbow Studios guys would consider catering to that a little bit more. It's one of the things that I've been happy with Monster Energy Supercross specifically working towards, is having a competitive esports scene so that it gets more people to, I hate to use the word try hard, but yeah, try hard the game, get better at it, learn some details about it that maybe you didn't know about, help out other users to get better at the game. Because as much as I play these games and try to do my best to share that information as much as I can with you guys, I'm definitely not the fastest person to play any of these games. There's a lot better guys at these games than me, and that's the third time I crashed in the same stupid spot. There's a lot better guys than me at these games, and I want you guys to be able to not only have the fun stuff, watching me play it or whatever, but also be able to learn from those guys that are also playing it and playing it at a higher level, and learning some stuff about this game that even I haven't figured out, because that's going to help you guys find a more enjoyable experience with the game than simply just listening to what I have to say and being stuck with the dumb information that I provide sometimes. So hopefully they iron those details out a little bit. I would like to see a little bit more improvements in that scale, I guess. But so far, they're working on things. They're making it better. And I will remind everybody that when MX vs. ATV All Out came out, it was also a game that was not very positively received. It had some bad stuff on launch day that they ironed through as quickly as they possibly could. And I will admit, I think it became a better game quicker. But I do think that they are turning this game around at a pretty rapid pace, which is, of course, nice to see. So a nice little dub right there as we're moving along. We'll proceed to the next event. I think I'm just going to do 2 events here today, knock them out real quick, get through them, and then we'll just keep on keeping on with this series. I think I'm going to do more of my career mode stuff on Twitch. If you haven't followed us already on Twitch, that's twitch.tv/startyoursystemstv. You can follow some more stuff that we do there. But going to keep grinding through career mode, try to get as much of this stuff done as I can, do more of the quad stuff and the UTV stuff, and maybe we actually 100% this game, because it's one of those things that has been irking me about some of the games that I play of late and do these career modes in, is I never actually fully get through some of the career modes, or not even the career modes. Sometimes I don't even get through a large portion of the game, even though it gets a little bit monotonous and repetitive at a certain point. I still actually want to finish the games, so wanting to try to get there with this one. I guess the sponsor challenge on this one was Whole Shot. But we'll try to get through these checkpoints quickly. There are only 10 checkpoints, so this race will go by, I think, a little bit quicker than the past one. And it looks like, hey, another thing that they've updated is it seems like the checkpoint markers are actually marked now. In the past, there was no checkpoint markers, and these big green billboardy looking stand things are now the checkpoint markers that have been included in the game by the looks of it. Maybe not. Ooh, that was me misreading that situation really bad. I guess not. Never mind. They're just random billboards. So still, when you go through a checkpoint, the only way you can know you're going through a checkpoint is by looking on the map in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. And when you go through a checkpoint, there's going to be a little black dot, which I think right here might be another one anyway, or maybe not. That's pretty cool. Big jump. And this is the MX track right here, actually, on Dallas. Now we're going into the tunnel. Let's see where we end up going. We are not going to go to the right, which takes us down to the Vallis MX track. We're going to keep going this way through the tunnel. It's going to go down this cheeky little gap here in the rocks. Just continuing to fly through this course. I love that they included this canyon, though. I wish there was a way to drop in from the top, though. I've tried to figure it out. And if any of you guys have, let me know. It'd be cool to see. I've not been able to figure out a way myself yet. A little backwards triple jump right there, floating off that guy. Then getting through the whoop section. And then we're going to jump off the track to the right here. Go down through there. And it looks like the track is actually going to cross back on itself a little bit. So that's kind of unique. Land, turn left. Go up to the right. Keep on crushing it all the way to the tippy top of this hill. Now it's going to go back to the left. All right, so I keep looking forward and not looking at the map. I should be looking at the map a little bit more, I think. And we're going to go down the backside of this. This is actually, we're now going backwards on the MX track. Let's see if I can downside this face. Nope. Gonna land off the side of the track. And then this is a drop down from another tabletop. But then we're going to go all the way to the other side of the map right here. And this 252 stroke is absolutely slaughtering it right now as James Stewart carries us to the championship. It's really weird. I did update my name in the game, but for some reason it did not change. Oh, that's a big drop down. It's all right. We're good. Little split section through here. Rejoin with the other part of the shortened version of the MX track. Another U-turn through the banners, through here, and then I guess this is this coming down to the finish? Oh, no, excuse me. It is going to cross back over each other. So we're going to jump back off the track, land, and are we far enough ahead that we're going to cross over these guys? I think they've already gone through this split right here. So we're going to yacht, jump across this little canyon right here, land on the rocks a little bit. But one more checkpoint to go, then we'll send you guys on your way. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions about what you think of the updates so far with this game, how much it's progressed, and if you're actually starting to have fun with it or not yet. I think a lot of people still are going to be like, oh, it sucks, this is whip physics, whatever. Are you actually able to play it and have fun? That's what I care about. Let me know in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. As always, appreciate you guys stopping by, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So long for now.